2023, we saw around 250,000 jobs being cut. 2024, the trend is continuing. As of now, we have seen around 60k jobs being cut. So layoffs are happening. How to avoid layoff? And if suppose, unfortunately, layoff happened, what you should do next? That's what we're going to talk about here. First, let's understand layoff. No company, no founders, be it a startup, be it enterprise, MNC, are happy to do layoff. Layoffs are forced to be done because of multiple reasons, right? One of the major reasons would be performance issues, which is not a surprising layoff. If you as a candidate, you as a software engineer, you as a employee, you would get warnings, you would know that you are not standing at the right place in terms of performance. And if that continues, you know the layoff is going to be happening. So it's always better to have a self-evaluation. Try to see where you are in your team, in your function, in your department, where you stand and what you should do to go to the higher level, to go to a better performance level. So that is very important, self-evaluation. So that is first point to avoid a layoff just because of performance issue. But then there are other layoffs that happens not just because of performance issue. Like say for example, if a particular function becomes dormant, or for example, a particular market becomes dormant. Say at COVID types, we had SME segment which was highly affected. We had travel industry which was highly affected. Now, how would you survive here, right? So when a company has to do something around letting go of people just because of this particular function, believe me, leaders always try to find out some way or other by which they will evaluate who to be let go and who to be retained. And for this, they will always try to see, one, your performance for sure it will come in, but at the same time, every founder would always have a hope to that this company, even though it's in a bad economic condition, facing difficult time, it will bounce back. And they will always try to find out who is the right person to retain so that they will help me when the company is going to bounce back. To do that, they will always try to seek which is the skills that you're bringing in. What is the expertise that you're bringing in? The kind of network that you have in terms of a sales or a marketing side of it, the kind of expertise that you're bringing in, right? So this they will try to evaluate and see how hands-on you are and would you be needed so that the company can bounce back at any point of time, because economic condition would always be a wave, right? It will come in and it will go up as well as go down. So when the up happens, the founder would need to have a core employee to basically help you out in the bounce back. So you have to always be there, and if you're not there, try to evaluate yourself, try to see what best I can do, bring out an expertise, create an expertise for yourself, upskill yourself. This will enable you to be a core employee who can help the company to bounce back at any point of time when the company is going to bounce back, right? But then layoff has happened, layoff still happens, it will happen. What's the next steps for it, right? So first and foremost, don't take it hard. It has happened, perfectly fine, but then you have now got a week's break. You have been waiting for a week's break, you have been waiting for a vacation. Take a week's break, enjoy your time, but then bounce back after it. Like you have to start building your portfolio in a better way now. The first and foremost is polish your resume. In terms of UX designers or product engineers, polish your portfolio. What you have to do is, you have to create a resume in such a way that your relevant projects, your relevant tasks or the recent tasks are highlighted. Second, make sure you showcase the skill sets, like for example, your languages that you have used, the tools that you have used, your expertise that lies around that, showcase that across. And as we discussed, always try to create your resume in a star format, like with your whatever you are doing, your responsibilities, the implementations or the actions that you have done and the results that you have showcased. And with results, always have dedicated numbers or data oriented resumes so that your resume would stand out in the market. Next step is to network actively. You would have network, your friends, your groups, your networks, reach out to them with your polished resume. Try to tell them about your situation as well as try to get help from them in terms of trying to go into it. Identify segments which is not affected by this bad economic. Like for example, COVID types, SME segment was affected, travel industry was affected. But then people are going cashless, like people are going, transactions were done via fintech. So Paytm, GPay, this kind of apps boomed up at the particular industry. So when one particular industry goes down, there will be another industry that will be scaling up or booming up. So try to identify the industry and try to get a job towards a particular industry. Also attend events. There will be multiple events, being community events that will be happening around that. Meetups is a website that will give you a list of events that is happening in your community. Try to attend it. Every event that you are going to attend would help you out with the new connections, new network, which should again help you out to get the right job. Effectively use LinkedIn, job boards, try to get it out across. But again, don't just stick with LinkedIn or Naukri job kind of job postings. Try to always reach out to the right candidate. Say for example, if suppose you are seeing a job in a particular LinkedIn, try to research in LinkedIn who would be the HR head of a particular company, who is the CEO of the particular company, and try to reach out to them directly. You know there is a vacancy, try to figure out how would you be able to apply for the particular vacancy. That will enable you to go forward into a particular job market. And then apply strategically, as I told, right? So try to understand what are the growing companies, try to understand what are the growing segments, and try to reach out to the right person rather than just blindly applying for a job post that has been floating around in say a Naukri or a LinkedIn kind of a job boards. While you are doing it, always try to improve your skills also. There are different websites to which you can go upskill yourself, up-level yourself. There are places where there are competitive codings happening, competitions happening around coding, hackathons happening around that. Try to be there, try to build your portfolio around that, try to build your tech social media around that, which will again showcase your skills, at the same time help you to be hands-on. And then prepare for interviews. Do mock interviews. Try to understand why you failed in a particular interview. There are ways by which you will be able to crack a problem solving discussion. There are different ways by which you will be able to solve a design discussion. So try to focus on it, understand that, create mock interviews, do mock interviews, try to understand different behavioral questions that comes in from a particular company. Try to see how you will be able to answer the right behavioral question with the right answer, and stay positive. Like that will be more importantly, stay positive. Try to keep yourself updated with skill sets, up-level yourself, keep on practicing on your cracking interviews, and that would enable you to strategically apply to a particular job and strategically move your candidature to the particular job, which will enable you to sail through a layoff and land to the right job.